folks, and welcome to this premium analysis of Pfizer. So we just touched on the BioNTech stock, and the difference between the BioNTech and Pfizer is that BioNTech has one product in its portfolio in contrast to Pfizer, which has many. Okay, so we have one of the big products, one of the main sellers, at least over the past couple of years, as we can see very clearly here, since 2020. We've seen much of the gains in the Pfizer since the creation of this COVID vaccine, and there were very high expectations towards the vaccine. But as time progresses and the vaccine is injected into the arms of billions of people, I think many people are coming to the realization that the vaccines aren't doing what they're supposed to do, namely prevent infection and transmission. So they're not doing any of those things. People who are vaccinated either once or twice, or maybe even received a booster or 2 or 3, they're not getting the protection that they were promised. And so this is creating a fair bit of pessimism around Pfizer, as well as the other vaccine producers. So I can see, rather you can see just by looking at the price chart, that this is having a very negative effect on Pfizer. There's also now much information coming out related to concerns about safety with these vaccines, the mRNA vaccines. This is coming out, and it's coming out at a very, very rapid rate. And you can see in the headlines how they're normalizing blood clots and heart attacks, and now HIV, saying that anybody can get HIV, anybody can have a heart attack. Referees' whistles giving people heart attacks, shaking the duvet in the morning too vigorously can give you a heart attack. Breathing too many times during the day can give you blood clots. This is very peculiar, a very, very peculiar narrative that's making its way into the headlines. And if you look at what's going on, a lot of the adverse reactions to vaccines are blood clots, heart attacks, and now there's a lot of information coming out related to HIV, essentially immune systems failing, and these are supposedly linked to these vaccines. And so there's a lot of concern about that, and that is obviously going to play out in the price of this stock. As I mentioned, Pfizer has a bit of a collection of products in this portfolio, so the price of the stock is also supported by the sales of the other products, but we'll probably end up giving back most of the gains given from the vaccines as people realize that they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I think we're probably going to come back to some pretty stable prices prior to the pandemic, so just around here. And providing that let's assume that these safety issues do turn out to be true, and they do reach the mainstream headlines, well, then I see trust in Pfizer on Wall Street declining, and I see the stock selling off much more aggressively and moving much, much further down. Okay, but if we have a look at where we are now, we're on the weekly chart, and we are finding support down here. So let's go to the daily chart and just see if we can pinpoint some areas. Okay, so when we had a turning point just here, which was tested once and twice, and now price is looking to cut through. We don't know what's going to happen yet. Nothing has happened just yet. We also had this tested once. It was removed by this. Price tested it, and now we're moving down. So it looks like we're going to continue to wriggle south. We also need to focus on some of these historical price structures that we can see. We have this here. We have this area here, which was tested several times. Now it's been removed. The area that removed it is something in here. So this is a price sensitive area around $42, and so there's nothing holding the price of this stock, stopping it from moving all the way back down to the origin of the move that drove price to these all-time highs. But let's keep an eye on that and see how we do. Have any questions? Let me know. Once again, thank you so much for watching.